Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're hopping back into our Let's Play with the Nation LA-Ulm, the Vampire Apocalypse Nation, and it is turn 16. It's turn 16, so that means we are getting into the second year, and we are at war with Marignan. So, oh, I don't know if I've been sending Diplo. Actually, let me go back and check. We're going to go back and check turn 15 real quick. Because I think I might have sent Diplo messages. This is the turn from last episode. I should check. Didn't. Okay, so back to turn 16. So, we have a message from Pythium. We accept the NAP 3 for a year. Utgard's size concerns us. They may be the next focus for us after Lemuria. We also do plan to go underwater, but hydras are not aquatic. They have the swimming ability, which allows them to cross rivers but not enter the seas. I was suggesting he take this lake from Lemuria, which Lemuria has, because their cap is right here. And he said he's thinking about it. But our scouting network's getting a little bit better. We see Pythium's capital here. We see Abyssia. We also know Abyssia is up here. I think this is their capital, right around here. And so hopefully Abyssia takes all of this back from Lemuria, but we'll see. What else? Message from Utgard. So he must have seen that that raid against Marignan, where my wolves failed miserably against those pikes, and they had all those horrible repel checks. So we searched for sites, and true to form, we found none. And yeah, we got 11 blood slaves. Oh. Why the hell don't I have any? How does that math work? Oh, I'm casting Sanguine Heritage. So I think I had enough. Yeah, I got enough to finally cast Sanguine Heritage, so I'm getting my first vampire. I was like, how does that add up? But no, I've been blood hunting for a few turns. So, yeah. We're going to get our first vampire, and then he's going to blood hunt more, and then we're having other people blood hunt, and then we'll get another vampire, and then we'll get another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Ever in infinity until we're done with vampires. So, yeah, let's check this battle out. We were rating this. This is probably like 6 PD, so we'll kill it pretty easily. Okay, didn't even lose wolves. I like that. Oh, wait, this was the indie battle. This is a crappy thing. When you have these guys on guard commander, they do not fire, which is a little unfortunate. You would think they would, but they don't. So as we didn't have enough fire to kill these guys, they got in melee. They are better at melee than my rangers, especially since we don't really outnumber them. So that was unfortunate. We lost some dudes. Yeah. Such is the cost of quote-unquote expansion. And, okay, this was the battle with... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, this was the battle up north. So they have kind of a lot of heavy cav, but their heavy cav, it looks like they're going to charge right in my front line, and I'm going to lose a lot of them. But we rout them, and then everybody else runs, and that was a good battle for us. So we lost, yeah, like three of our dudes. We lost our wolves. 4 of our dudes. We lost our Zweihander. And, yeah. Not bad. That was a pretty high-income province, I think. Yeah, 93. So we are happy to include them into the Ulmish Empire. And we have really good scales, too. So our income is growing every turn, not just from new territories we conquer, but also from the territories we conquer getting our scales. Because, like, just when you have one dominion, you're not guaranteed. Like, this one hasn't maxed out order yet. It will. And then this one over here, okay, it has it. This one hasn't maxed it out. This one has almost none of them, but it has pretty high population. So because the amount that your scales change every turn is based on how much dominion you have. So like if you only have one candle, every turn there's a chance that your scales increase some. But like this one you can see it's got, oh man, there's a death site here, I didn't notice. Oh shit. I need to like search this for a death site in my game. I haven't searched it yet, but I'm like just looking at it now. It's got like an awesome death site. So, God, are there any other little goodies I missed here? Let's check scales super quick. Misfortune 2. Okay, that's fine. I actually have Misfortune 2. I was getting confused. Yeah, okay. Anyway, nothing seems abnormal aside from this. So there's a death site here. But every turn, based on how many candles you have, it's going to give you a chance to increase the scales in the direction of your scales. So if you have high dominion, it'll switch the scales in that province to your scales very quickly. If you have low, it'll take some turns. But if you have low for a long time, you'll still get all the scales in. So anyway, my provinces are switching over to my scales. Like this one has more, it will convert. And as they convert, my income will go up. And the other thing that will happen, you'll notice, is when you first take a province, there will be some unrest in it from there being a war. I don't exactly know the precise mechanic, but basically fighting in a province, something about that causes unrest. I don't know if it's the dead bodies, I don't know if it's how many people die, I don't know what it is, but you get some unrest from it. As that unrest dies down, which it will pretty quickly due to my order scales, then my income will also go up. So if we look at, it's probably a good time to go ahead and take a quick look at our score graphs. Provinces were going up. Fort's been pretty slow. Income, we can see, is going up every turn. Gym income, no change, because we haven't been site searching. Research has been like nothing for the longest time, because we weren't even doing capital mages. And then we're starting to climb. Dominion has kind of actually been getting shut down, unfortunately. Army size growing. Ascension points, okay. Let's check out our event this turn. We have some brigands here. Unfortunate. Okay. So this was effective. So now if we think about what's our strategy, he's got a bunch of dudes here. So it's really good I didn't attack, because if I attacked here like a big noob, I would have gotten crushed. Now I could attack here, but that would also be risky. What I'm thinking he'll do is he probably sees I have this army, which is not very big, and he's probably thinking this is a high-income province, I want to take it. And I have a big army, I can take what I want, because he's got 170 and I've got like 100. So he's probably thinking I'm going to come here and attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all the shit I can in here to intercept him, and I've got a fair amount of PD, which I think I had from before. Or wait, no, I didn't. That was these two provinces. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this guy with a bunch of wolves down there. This guy has archers and knights and wolves, and these guys actually can make it all the way down here. Because there's a road province connecting these two, and the archers are kind of faster moving, I think, than my infantry. And I think my infantry are the really slow units. Like, these are map move 12. What are my infantry? Oh, no, they're map move 12 too. Okay. So anyway, these guys can make it down here. I don't know what it is, but I've had trouble in other turns moving things all the way from the cap down to here. But we've got, as you could see, we have some Black Templar, which are really expensive. But Marignon's using a bunch of archers. So some guys which can go and attack rear is going to be pretty valuable. So we've got these guys on hold and attack rear. I've got my dude doing Divine Blessing now, so these guys will get Blood Surge, which will help them. And 5 guys on attack rear can kind of do a lot of damage. Like, they can kill 20 dudes pretty easily, which would be a nice little dent in this army. I got my wolf pack that's going to stream through. I got one wolf pack in the front to be kind of the first arrow wave catchers, and this will kind of be the second. And then I've got a bunch of my guys, and then I've got a bunch of PD. And so if he attacks me, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And while I have the luxury of time, like, okay, if he doesn't attack, who cares? He does not, because every turn, he gets income and resources from 5 provinces, and I get income and resources from, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I get 3 times what he does. Plus I have 2 forts and 2 more on the way. So he's in a losing battle against time, and I'm in a winning battle. So anyway, he's going to be more desperate. The desperate you are, the easier you are to predict. So he has almost no... Like when you say, okay, he could attack this, why would he? He needs money, and he doesn't have any. So he almost has to attack this to get income. And by attacking it, he's predictable because I'm going to move this big army in, and hopefully he will get crushed. And yeah, our palisades are almost up. We've got 2 turns left. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be moving our priests in to do temples and labs. We've got another priest coming here. And yeah, we'll do the lab first, we'll do the temple next, and the lab will allow us to do these guys. I'm also getting a lot of these indie commanders to shuttle my guys around. I don't really want to recruit these every turn just to move troops. I recruit these to lead armies, but I don't really want to recruit it like moving. A lot of my troop logistics is just concentrating units where they need to be and refilling ranks and things like that. So I'll be using these mounted commanders for that. A lot of people don't like getting mounted commanders. They say they're not as good of a deal. They'd rather get like the other indie commanders, but really mounted commanders are kind of a nice deal. They get 60 leadership instead of 40. So they're kind of more leadership for the buck than the indie commanders for just shuttling troops around like this guy. So I actually prefer them. And then on the back hauls where they're coming back, they have, I believe, they have better movement. Like these guys are map move 18. And these guys are map move 14. So I really prefer mounted commanders. And what's nice too is because I have these borders secured, I'm totally comfortable putting up palisades or like building my forts on these borders, whereas normally I'd be really concerned because like he probably knows I have a fort coming up here and he could attack me if we didn't have a nap. So that's one of the good things about starting diplomacy early is you get to see what the diplomatic relations are, and what that essentially affords me the ability to do is to not have my troops guarding my forts. They can be out doing things I want them to do, like making me money by taking provinces. But if, for example, if Pythium didn't commit to being friendly, then I would have troops here guarding this in addition to PD, just so that he could go fuck himself. Excuse my French. But anyway, not an issue. We've secured our border, and I don't have to worry about protecting troops. We can see Lemuria is raiding here. Micklin has some army of dudes, though it looks like a bunch of shit that's not good against Lemuria. Like, especially if he doesn't have magic weapons, this is such a bad army. You don't want to do big armies against Lemuria, because he has fear on his units, and if he causes you to rout, you're going to lose a bunch of units in a retreat, even if, you know... yeah, you have to be really careful using large armies. Really, your armies against Lemuria are going to be tools, like meat shields for which your mages and priests can hit them. And I don't know how many he has, but you shouldn't have an army this big against Lemuria. You need more mages and priests. Okay, so anyway, trap being sprung. Let's... Oh, did we have an event here? Oh, we already talked about that. Okay, so next turn. Summer, so we want to be in late summer, and I hope that is turn 17. Alright, it is. Message from Utgard. Sure, why not nap 3? So I have an official... We had kind of agreed to be friendly, but we have an official nap with Utgard now. Who, he's happy to do it because he knows he's going to have to fight Lemuria. And he's a big nation, so he is somebody that, you know, he needs to be worried about his flanks. He also knows I'm a late-game threat, but he doesn't really have a choice. So we have a battle here with Lemuria attacking Utgard. And we have Utgard's Pretender, who's this guy, an expander. Earth 7, Water 1. And I think this is just to give his Sacred's Fortitude. Yeah. Yeah. So Sacreds are pretty tough, and because they go berserk, they don't really have to worry about Lemurian fear. Unfortunately, though, you can see they're just trying to kill Lemuria with, like, melee attacks, which is really inefficient. It looks like they're probably going to win just because of the Pretender. Yeah. But not very efficient, right? Like, if you're Lemuria, you're okay with this trade. Like, he lost 6 Gam Herdings, which are 55 gold, so that's like 300 gold. And then if you factor in these guys, like almost 400 gold worth of stuff. And this, I mean, for where we are in the game, this is an okay-sized Lemurian army. Like, he can afford to lose this every turn. But you don't want to lose it. So, yeah, you need... I don't know why we didn't see Banishment coming down. Maybe these guys weren't in range. But you need better Mage and Priest support for these early fights. You don't want to fight Lemuria with troops, especially troops without magic weapons. Yeah, so there's a Dominion. I'm getting a lot of bad Dominion events, but part of this is because I took Misfortune. And he did not attack, as I had kind of hoped he would. And his army quite as big. It looked like it was 180, but it appears to only be 110. So it may have been a bad scouting report. And, yeah. But anyway, if it's only 110, I should be okay. We're going to preach a patrol here while I bring in a bigger group of forces. So I've got more dudes coming in. If we scroll down, I've got these dudes coming in. So this would be my second group of cav. And then more wolf fodder and archers and stuff. And then we're going to go attack him here. Meanwhile, this is my second group. It's going to come and attack this, and I should be able to take this. This is just heavy infantry, light infantry, and crossbow. Nothing these guys can't handle. What I like to do with these guys is I like to put my archers in the front. So if you put them in the back, they have to like move forward. And then if you have these guys on hold and attack, your archers run past them, which I don't really want them to do. So I put these guys at the front. They can go ahead and fire right away without really running past my infantry, and that way my infantry can still be on hold and attack. That's if I'm attacking a province. If I'm defending, it's usually worth it to sit behind your PD, and I'll shift everybody back. Like here, you can see my guys are positioned farther back, and I've got just, wolves up here in the front. But yeah, that's kind of what I found works. And I want to take this in the next few turns too. This is kind of an objective. But I'm more worried about winning this big Marinese fight before I get into that. So, events, I already went through those. Diplomacy. Yeah, so I pointed out that this fight up here, where was it? One thing you can notice from it is there's Ghost in here. And this Ghost is the only one that doesn't have a missile attack. And if you have one Ghost in a formation, it won't do missile attacks. And I don't know it would have mattered, but having one missile salvo might have been good. It might have given Lemuria just the edge it needed to kill off another round or two of these before the Pretender came in. So... yeah, so we're reinforcing this. I expect, depending on what it is, after this turn I'll go ahead and attack here. So we'll go ahead and load that up next turn. So I think we just did turn 17, so we're on turn 18. And you can see I'm close to being caught up with where I am in the game. So he wants a charcoal shield, which I do not have. I have the paths to forge it, but I have no research. I think I sent him a message. Okay, we found a magic site, tar pits. So that's nice. So it will give me a sprinkling of fire gems. We can see Utgard is using his Scrotty, who are very, very good. These are some of the most cost-efficient thugs, and you can see what he's got on him is a berserker pelt, so they go berserk. So the reason is, what's he fighting here? Nothing. The reason is, Lemuria's Bless is an all bless, and it will negate a lot of your thugs' attacks. So if you give them Gone Berserk, they will ignore Awe. Because Awe is based off of morale, and Berserk gives you like infinite morale. Okay, this is kind of me finishing up expansion here. Okay. And you can see Utgard going to work here, taking back a lot of this stuff. So you can see Utgard has already expanded into a bunch of land that really should have been Lemuria's. Like not Lemuria, Marignon. If Marignon had just moved down here, he probably could have had like these two provinces. I don't think Utgard would like even ask for them. But like Utgard has to take them just to keep Lemuria out. So anyway. An event, summer's unusually hot. We had some people leave. And then we had our palisades complete up here, so that's quite nice. We're going to start immediate work on a fortress here and building a temple. This one we're going to build a temple. Arguably, I should have built a fort upgrade first, but we'll see. I kind of do want my dominion to spread over into these two, but... So, Marignon has left this. Now, this may be a bait. Like, he could have left and moved everything back here. I don't have vision of his capital, but that's probably what happened. And then he's probably going to move everything back this turn. That's my guess. But he may not, because he sees how big this army is. He may not want to fight it. But anyway, we're going to move everything in. We'll see what happens. We'll roll the dice. The dice arenas. Meanwhile, we're going to attack this Throne Province. There's the mages here, nothing special really. So a bunch of these archers plus these guys as a front line, and then some wolves to kind of filter through. Hopefully will work. It may not, but we'll see. I could have brought more wolves. That might have been a better plan. Because this is a lot of troops, and usually with Ulm you kind of want to outnumber them, and I outnumber them only barely. So it'll probably be kind of high attrition, which I don't really want, but that's okay. Now, I could go and attack here into the island, but I'm at war with Marignon. I don't really want to risk a war with Lemuria yet, since I'm already at war with Marignon, and I don't want to piss Mictlan off. Because ultimately, for Mictlan to be a viable nation, it's going to need this whole island. So I don't really want to take it from it. And I do want it to be viable to fight Lemuria. I want to be big, but not at the expense of somebody who could potentially successfully hold off Lemuria. So we're gonna come attack down here. You can see he's got me paranoid, so I've got a bunch of people on guard commander in case he tries to assassinate me. Not everyone gets a guard commander, but a lot of the dudes do. This guy's coming back. In terms of recruitment, because I'm trying to get this infrastructure up, I'm maxing out all my resources, but I'm leaving a lot of recruitment points, which effectively saves me a bunch of gold. And by saves, I mean it frees it up from... I'm not spending as much gold on troops. I'm just getting these Y-handers. And instead, I'm going to be putting all my things into this infrastructure. So if you think about it, I'm sending about 50% of my resources into Marignon, and the other part I'm still investing in my own infrastructure, whereas Marignon is doing probably very little, if any, in any kind of infrastructure, including research, while I am... So he's using like probably 100% of his stuff to defend against me, while I'm using like 50% of my stuff to kill him. So this is why you don't pick a fight solo versus a bigger nation. Yeah. Because even if he was winning fights, which he's not, he would still lose. He should have, like, ganged up on Lemuria or found a way to 2v1 someone. But, yeah, this is not a winning strategy. And that's basically it. Hopefully we have a big battle here next turn I can show you. I'd like to hopefully show it to you and win it, and we'll have a big battle here at the throne. I also need to go and claim these freaking thrones, but I haven't done that yet. So, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying, and see you guys next episode.